This is your WLAK Daily News Roundup for Lake Air, 107.5 FM and 1260 AM in Amory.
Civic Media News. I'm Terry Bell. Here's what Wisconsin needs to know. Wisconsin is taking steps toward cracking down on sex trafficking. The state assembly yesterday passed a package of bills that came out of the Speaker's task force on the problem. Republican Representative Rick Gundrum.
One of the reasons sex trafficking is thriving here in Wisconsin is because our current penalties are often less than the cost of the actual solicitation.
Democratic Representative Jill Billings.
Kids who are human trafficked are victims. They're not criminals, and we should not be charging them with the crime of prostitution.
The task force was formed after the human rights group Shared Hope International gave Wisconsin a failing grade for its anti-trafficking laws. Wisconsin is taking the first step toward enshrining limits on diversity, equity, and inclusion in the state constitution. A proposed constitutional amendment passed the state assembly yesterday. The next step would have to be to pass the Senate this year, but the upper house is only in session for a few more days. Wisconsin is moving closer to regulating artificial intelligence. One bill that passed the assembly yesterday would study how AI could help address the worker shortage in state government. Republican Representative Nate Gustafson.
We want to take AI and then ultimately say, do we really need to find the additional bodies to fill the roles, or can we continue to leverage AI to its fullest capabilities?
Another bill would impose a $1,000 fine on the makers of political advertisements who use deep fakes without disclaimers. Wisconsin's top Republican says he won't push for a lawsuit over new legislative district maps if the governor signs them into law. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says it's getting too late for that.
We wanted to have these maps enacted now so that we have the ability to go out. I mean, there's a bunch of new districts. There's lots of people who are going to have to be found to run for office, and that takes time.
Some Democrats speculate Republicans might sue in the hopes a judge would keep the current maps in place through this year's elections. A new push to legalize medical marijuana in Wisconsin is going nowhere this year. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos tells reporters a Republican bill will not be taken up this session. Republicans disagree among themselves over whether the state should run medical marijuana dispensaries. The Food and Drug Administration is recalling about 60 products made with contaminated milk. A nationwide outbreak of listeria is linked to cheese, yogurt, and sour cream made by Rizzo Lopez Foods and sold under a dozen different brand names. 2 people are dead and 24 people are in the hospital across the country. I'm Terry Bell, Civic Media News. Here's what you need to know closer to home.
For WLAK News, I'm James Kelly. Duluth residents have begun moving into a former school that's been converted into a 122-unit apartment building. According to a WDIO report, the developers of the Zenith DCHS building at the former Central High School location began allowing tenants in January and still have apartments available. As of now, about half of the apartments have been leased. The building features apartments from studios to 3 bedrooms starting at $999 a month, with 13 designated affordable units. A Duluth man has been charged after allegedly making threats to the Chippewa County Courthouse. According to the criminal complaint, 40-year-old Harley Akala was charged with threatening a judge, felony bail jumping, and sending a threatening computer message. Alcala also allegedly threatened his lawyer when she attempted to withdraw from the case, writing in an email, quote, "I will kill you if you withdraw." He allegedly threatened a judge in Chippewa County and one in Dunn County over Facebook as well. The city of Duluth has approved the use of tax incremental financing for a proposed $500 million housing development. With an 8-1 vote by the city council, the developers of the project in the old Central High School area will be able to offset some of the costs of construction with reimbursement from property taxes. The development is expected to include condos, apartments, and retail space, and the first phase of construction could start as early as this summer. The project requires major infrastructure upgrades. A Duluth man was arrested this week for allegedly assaulting someone with a small shovel. According to the Duluth Police Department, the 42-year-old suspect was accused of hitting the victim with a shovel on Thursday morning near the 1200 block of East 9th Street. The victim suffered some non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to a local hospital for treatment. The suspect also suffered minor injuries during the alleged attack and was taken to the hospital before being transported to the county jail. A lively debate took over a special Siloam Springs School District Board meeting regarding the district's safety and security procedures. According to a Fox 21 report, the meeting was called after a threat complaint by a student on Monday, which the district and Douglas County Sheriff's Office determined was a misunderstanding. Parents and community members, however, were not pleased that the district did not notify parents of the threat. The school board is set to reconvene on February 26th for its regular meeting. The Duluth International Airport will replace its current air traffic control tower thanks to federal funding from the Airport Terminal Program. Senator Amy Klobuchar and Representative Pete Stauber announced the airport will receive $10 million to replace the control tower that was originally built in the 1950s. The total cost of the tower replacement is about $66 million, and the Airport Authority and City of Duluth have requested an additional $14 million for the project from the state of Minnesota. The city of Moose Lake has voted to disband its current police department in favor of contracting the Carleton County Sheriff's Office. According to city officials, the move will allow for an additional deputy to work in the city full-time while saving money. The current Moose Lake Police Department only includes 3 full-time officers and a part-time administrative assistant. The Moose Lake Police Department will continue to operate through the rest of 2024, while the city and Carleton County work out details of the new contract. A Duluth shopping center is hosting a new weekly event for the public. According to a Northern News Now report, businesses in the Holiday Center have started a weekly event called The Market. On Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., the Holiday Center will host residents for live music, food, and unique shopping opportunities. The goal is to give people more reasons to visit the Holiday Center and support local businesses and musicians. The Holiday Center is located on West Superior Street, and a schedule of events is available online. And that's what you need to know. For WLAK News, I'm James Kelly.
It is going to be sunny and colder today. Our high right around 20 this afternoon. The wind out of the northwest at 5 to 15. Tonight, partly cloudy. Another cold night. Our low down to 10. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, becoming breezy with some blowing snow. High of 30 on Sunday. Sunny. High of 36. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Outside now, it is 7.
The Bucks lose in Memphis. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Grizzlies sent the Bucks into the All-Star break with a 113-110 loss in Memphis. Giannis had 35 points, 12 assists, his 43rd double-double of the season. The Grizzlies have been plagued with injuries. 18 different starters this year, the most in the NBA. How did the Bucks perform? Doc Rivers.
I thought we were bad until we needed to be. We gifted like 5 threes in a row where we were standing there. But listen, that was the least of our problems.
College hoops, number 4th ranked Marquette, on the road tomorrow against the UConn Huskies, the number 1 ranked team in the nation. The Badgers will try and snap a 4-game losing streak when they play the Hawkeyes in Iowa. Head coach Greg Gard told his players,
they know I point to the scoreboard a lot and said, don't watch the scoreboard. Don't play to the scoreboard. Play to each possession has to be done well, because there'll be things when we're up 25. Guys, this possession done wrong like this against a better team is going to burn you. And I just try to continue to teach through it and show them examples of it. But they've the same things. They don't have anything new that is come into the game, so to speak, that's cost us that we have to be better at. So that's the challenge, is to be better.
In women's basketball, Iowa's Caitlin Clark scored 49 points in a 106-89 win over Michigan. Clark now the most points ever scored in a woman's college career, 3,569, surpassing Kelsey Plum. Caitlin Clark receiving congratulations from Billie Jean King, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
I'm Pete with the 60-second Showbiz Beat. Actress Virginia Madsen says being outspoken and a woman can hurt your career in Hollywood. The New York Post reports that the 62-year-old star of Sideways says the fact that she was outspoken cost her roles in film and TV, and that she was threatened. The Oscar-nominated actress credits her family relationships with helping her get through tough times in the business, including her brother Michael Madsen, who is also an actor and the star of Reservoir Dogs. In the age of social media, it's hard to meet people, so say 20-somethings who have trouble connecting with their peers. The New York Post reports that young single people are signing up for running clubs in order to meet potential dates. Having running in common is a brilliant way to meet a mate, great skill to have if the date goes south. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, every night between 7 and 9 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network. I'm Pete with the 60-second Showbiz Beat. Bob Odenkirk says he is ready to, quote, get his ass handed to him again. The Hollywood Reporter says the Better Call Saul star will play an action star in the upcoming film Normal, where Odenkirk plays Ulysses, a small-town sheriff in a Rust Belt town in the Midwest called Normal. Odenkirk's first action role was in 2021 when he played a mundane family man with a special ops assassin background in the film Nobody. Normal is currently in pre-production. There's an old saying that goes, Jon Stewart can't make all Daily Show viewers happy all the time. Something like that. Despite high ratings for the host's return to The Daily Show Monday night, some viewers were not thrilled he poked fun at President Biden's age and memory. Let's relax, people. You can still like a president and be concerned about his age at the same time. After all, short-term memory loss can happen to anyone, even the other guy who is former president, what's his name? For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, every night between 7 and 9 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network. I'm Pete with the 60-second Showbiz Beat. Netflix has proven to be very successful picking around the scrap heap of other networks. People magazine reports that the network's latest effort is the Tina Fey-produced Girls 5 Eva. The show originally ran on Peacock but was canceled after 2 seasons despite glowing reviews and a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. This season's trailer promises the biggest comeback, well, ever. I can't pull that off. The 6-episode third season of Girls 5 Eva drops March 14th on Netflix. There are some achy-breaky hearts in the Cyrus family. The New York Post reports that Billy Ray Cyrus has reached out several times to his pop icon daughter Miley to make amends. Miley's snub of her father during her acceptance speech at the 2024 Grammys did not go unnoticed. Friends close to the family say the Cyrus kids have chosen sides since their parents' divorce, with Miley aligning with her mother Tish. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, every night between 7 and 9 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
That's your WLAK Daily News Roundup from Civic Media. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts. Find more news at lakeair.radio.